Hey everybody, welcome back to the journey. Take two. Welcome back to the journey. Today we're going to be talking about part two of the three-part series that we began the other day. Okay, about the three things that we focus on in youth athletics. If you're new to the show, again, I'm Clayton Daniels, located out of Southern Iowa. Played all over the country playing baseball up to the Division I level. Played with guys that are currently still in the big leagues. So, not to toot my own horn, just to kind of let you guys know, I do have a little bit of background in the game, have some knowledge of the game, but, lately I've been on the other side of it. Got into the youth sport coach due to my kids, but also because, like I said, I had some nephews that were involved in the game, and that kind of spurred it. And then after watching it, just had to get in and try to make some changes to the game here. So anyway, today, the three things we focus on in youth athletics. Obviously there's tons of stuff, and we could focus on a lot of them, but just the real basic stuff. Get down to the nitty gritty. Effort, anxiety, and the fundamentals, right? Effort, anxiety, and the fundamentals. I think if we focus on those three things initially, we're going to be light years ahead. If we can just kind of focus on that stuff for, 2 to 3 years and kind of get a foothold in their game and allow them to just develop some confidence, develop a little bit of ease to their game, because the game of baseball, softball, honestly, basketball is just getting confident, right? I mean, to get a little confident, to be comfortable, because this stuff is new, right? So, we talked about on the effort side, like I said, part one, reinforce any little thing that make a big deal out of the little things. Like I say, staying in front of the ball, fielding a ground ball in front of your chest and it bounces off and you kept it in front of you, right? Stepping straight at the pitcher. In the beginning, some kids, that's going to be a big deal. Hey, way to step at the, way to stay in the box there, right? Hey, way to swing at those strikes. That was a good pitch to hit. Way to swing at that. Way to attack that, right? But make a big deal and make a big deal out of it in front of people. Like I say, go check out part one of the journey that we talk about the effort, okay? Today we're going to focus on the anxiety, right? Any game, especially baseball, softball, right? I grew up, my father played fast pitch softball. I traveled around the country watching him play back when it was competitive. And I'm sure it still is today. I just haven't been around that part of it. But softball, fast pitch softball used to be huge. So I got fortunate to watch a lot of great ball players and sit in the dugout and learn from a lot of great ball players, right? So, anxiety today is what we're going to cover, because I feel that may be the biggest, one of the biggest things we just don't talk about, right? We hear on SportsCenter that, man, that guy's got ice in his veins, or man, he's just stone cold, right? He doesn't feel the pressure. That's a lie, right? Because if he didn't feel the pressure, then he probably wouldn't be playing because he didn't care anymore, right? Everybody has that pressure, right? So, and I'm going to focus, just because I don't want to take up a ton of time today. Your time is valuable to you, so we're gonna try to get you out of here. But we're gonna kind of focus on the hitting part of it today, okay? So in the at bat, right? We're gonna take these young kids, okay? So this is just a little bit of I guess give you a piece of where they're at, right? So we're gonna take this 7-8-year-old kid. T-ball, there's not that stepping in the box with somebody throwing a pitch, right? So say 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, whatever your age is, right? So you're gonna take this young ball player, and you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna put you in this box, right? They're in a box because the lines are on there. You have to stay in this box Well, we have Billy or Susie out there throwing this pitch, right? And it's Billy or Susie because they may be 2 to 3 years older than you. They may throw this ball pretty hard, okay? So we're going to have you stand in this box while Billy or Susie throws this pitch really hard, okay? Much harder than mom or dad have ever tossed the ball to you, okay? And Billy or Susie may be pretty wild. So we're going to stick you in this box, and what is this kid thinking, right? What is this girl, this boy thinking? For one, they're just hoping they don't get hit, right? They're like, boy, I hope Billy or Susie didn't drill me with this ball because I'm uncertain how it is. And then on top of it, I'm trying to use this thing here, right? Which is a little lot different to me. And I'm going to try to hit this little ball that's being thrown really fast, okay? And so now I've got to do that while I get my timing, right? Well, now I got to keep my this here and that there, and I got to be there just perfect to meet this to that ball, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on, and then on top of that, I've got my mom or dad or uncle or aunt or just some guy or girl in the crowd who's yelling at me now, or I may have all of them. I may have 10 people yelling at me, do this, do that, hey, and they all mean well, right? I mean, honestly, well, the majority of them mean well, right? But that doesn't help the kid who's already his mind's fried, or her mind is fried, and they're in the box trying to accomplish a goal, and then we throw all this extra stimulus, and then they may have a coach yelling at them to do something else. So now, not only are they trying to do something that's very hard, they're confused on top of it because everybody's yelling, and they don't know what to do. So what do? They lock up. They're freaking out, right? So the anxiety part is huge, okay? We need to talk, as a coach, we need, on the coaching side of things, we need to talk to the parents and let them know what's going on, and that, during the game, we don't want to confuse these kids. We want the kid to be able to look for somebody for comfort, okay? And it's going to be the coach. And you got to be the spot of comfort, okay? And simply yelling out, hit the ball, doesn't do anybody any good. Has anybody ever played the game of baseball or softball, okay? Has anybody ever done that and not wanted to hit the ball? Honestly. Right? So what good does saying, hit the ball, do to anybody? Right? Because that's what they want to do, okay? Give them some proper things. Give them confidence to let them stand up there. Okay? So we don't want to confuse them. We'll keep it simple. Okay? These young kids, keep it simple. Make them feel comfortable. Give them some confidence. Tell them, hey, that's looking good. And if they need an adjustment, tell them what to do. Okay? It's like I say, there's a lot of stress, and the kids that do catch, the highlights or that. I mean, we always show the good stuff, right? Aaron Judge hit a 500-foot home run, and Mike Trout hit a home run and went 3 for 4, and they went 3 for 3, and we don't show the guy that goes 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, or 0 for 3, and so it's their vision and their expectations are skewed to begin with because they think they have to be this amazing player, right? So we have to let them know that it's okay and focus on the right things, okay? And the right things are, we need to get in that box. But let's start to practice. Originally, I mean, we've got to help them get comfortable in practice and give them a game plan to go in, okay? And that game plan is we're going to go attack the strikes, okay, or attack the pitches we can hit, right? Because some of in the early on goings, if you get a pitch you can handle, we want to attack that thing, okay? So we want them to have this plan going in, because then they're going to, right, if we practice enough, they're going to have a comfort level because they practiced, right? I mean, think of something you've done. I mean, the more you do it, the more comfortable you are. So in practice, we need to have them swinging, doing things correctly, which is part of the fundamentals, which we'll cover in part 3 of this, okay? But we have to give them confidence so that when they do come to step in the box, they're ready to go, okay? So they step in the box and they know what to do, right? But now here come the nerves, right? we need to talk to them before the game starts. Okay, this is where that human interaction comes in. You know, hey Billy, hey Susie, it's okay. You're gonna feel like this. Everybody feels like this. Okay, this is normal. It's a normal reaction for your body to do this. Okay, let them know, and then that gives them comfort knowing, hey, oh, coach said this was going to happen. Now it did, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so let's just be upfront with them, and that's going to let them have more of a chance to succeed. Right? They don't think they're the only person, so you know, let's give them confidence and reinforce that. Hey, it's okay. You know, it's okay to fail. Right? You don't have to go perfect every time. I don't know how many kids I've seen that think that if they make it out, they're over there crying because they think it's the worst thing ever. Okay? And then you have to go have that conversation. Right? Everybody that's any good has failed. And they failed multiple times. And that's okay. It's going to happen. Now are we trying to fail? No, you're not. Right? But in achieving something great, failure is a part of it. Okay, we just have to have that right mindset that, okay, what did I learn from that, right? And how do we correct that failure? But it's also important to deal with failure because in life you're going to deal with failure. In baseball, softball, you're going to deal in failure. Okay, so that's just normal things, but we need to let them know that's normal because they don't know that, right? So let's just let them be comfortable. Let them know what's going to happen, and let them, you know, like I tell my players, I would rather you go up there and swing 3 times at pitches that you're able to hit and strike out than go up looking for a walk. Okay, it's all about the mindset. Okay, all about the mindset. So, you know, go up there, attack, and whatever happens, we can't control. Control the things you can control. You know, you'll hear me say that a lot. You know, you control what you can control and you handle what you handle, right? So, you know, briefly cover the anxiety today. We'll dive in later, but I just want to touch base with that. That's today's part 2. You know, let them know, let our players know, let them know it's okay to fail, but if we fail the right way. Okay, we go up looking for a walk or we jump out of the box, and you know, no, that's not what we're after. If you go up there, we look good, everything looks pretty good, and we attack and we strike out. We roll the ball over, we run hard to effort, we run hard to first base, but we're thrown out. Hey, reinforce that. We ran hard. Hey, you did what you can do, we'll get them next time, right? That's the great thing about baseball, softball, we get the shot to do it again. Okay, so like I say, effort, anxiety, look forward. Next part 3 is going to be the fundamentals. We'll dive into that. Okay, that's a building block, right? We're taking Legos and we're building this thing up. You know, we got to think long term on this game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So, thank you for spending your precious time with us. Just love passing this knowledge on. And tell you what, have any other questions? Like always, let us know. Comment. You disagree. Grateful for any disagreements because you may have some experience that we don't. But say a lot of years of experience, a lot of personal just seeing it. So let us know, and let us know if it's helping you. Let us know. Got questions? Let us know. But like I say, we'll be back with part 3 of this series. We'll be talking about fundamentals. In the meantime, enjoy the journey.